My first day on the job, we dragged a body from the river. It was a girl. She's about 15. She lived on the streets, works as a prostitute. No one much cared. I've seen this ugliness before. It doesn't shock me to see what a witness might say or what a suspect might do.
Even when the suspect is your own father?
Yeah, that doesn't really mean anything to me. It doesn't. He doesn't.
Your friend, Detective Domestico, tells me that you were all hung up about giving Sonny one last full day. That you decided it was okay that he goes to this christening before serving a warrant and taking him into custody. Now, seriously, compassion is all well and good, but you're a cop, not a priest.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake I made, and I've owned that, okay?
Do you actually buy that your father accidentally killed Claudia? That he didn't mean to whack her hard enough to crack her skull and kill her?
Sonny's crazy. The guy has a temper. If he doesn't get his way, he's capable of doing pretty brutal things. And in my opinion, Claudia's the one who got Michael shot. And on top of that, she hurt his pride. Sonny doesn't like to be made wrong. When he married Claudia, he realized he made a big mistake. She deceived him for almost a year. He wanted to stop her from breathing. You're damn right Sonny meant to kill her. So that's why you're charging him for murder. So why don't you just put the guy away and use all the evidence that I provided to you?
Because it will be a lot easier with Michael.
No, this isn't supposed to be easy. That's why you get all the glory, okay? So put the bastard away and stop dragging the kid into this.
You lied about how you got shot. That's very hard for me to overlook. Now, I know you have integrity, Dante. I suggest you find it, or you might as well turn in your badge.
Hey.
Hi. Oh. Well, it looks like you guys will be short one surgeon while I'm serving on the Sonny Quintos trial.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't let you go.
Yeah, I would much rather be at the hospital, but, you know, it is a fascinating case. Do tell.
Oh, she's not allowed to see anything.
Oh, yeah, I'm forbidden to discuss it outside of the jury room.
Well, I know you'll serve with integrity and you won't be swayed by all that media coverage or anything you might have heard about Sonny.
Good or bad.
Right. I mean, you won't take into account that whole, you know, heartless mobster image that the media tries to portray. And you're an intelligent person, so you can recognize that nobody is just one thing, and that even though a man is deeply flawed, it doesn't mean he isn't capable of also caring about people very deeply, or that he's guilty of every single little thing they throw at him.
Well, speaking of integrity, why don't you just try and convince her to acquit Sonny?
Not liking Kiefer doesn't make him guilty, Carly. She accused Ethan.
He didn't do it.
You know what? I told Lucky of the discrepancy in Christina's story. He's looking into it, and I trust him that he's going to be fair.
If she sends an innocent man to jail, or worse, gets him killed, she'll have to live with that for the rest of her life, Jason.
Okay, if Sonny thinks that you're accusing Christina of lying, he is going to go crazy. That is a distraction that we cannot afford. The sooner Sonny gets acquitted, the sooner Michael comes home. Now, if there's nobody else looking into the Christina thing, it would be different. But Lucky's taking care of it right now.
I should call Lucky and I should
No,
tell
you
him
shouldn't do anything. No, you shouldn't do anything. Leave this thing with Christina for Lucky to handle.
Okay, fine.
I get to the hospital, and I could not believe, there's my little girl. The whole side of her face bruised, swollen, like she'd gone 10 rounds with a heavyweight. Lucky is the one who questioned her. He was very kind to her, and he asked her point blank, who did this to her? And she said loud and clear, Ethan did it. He beat her over and over. Christina has no reason to lie, Luke.
I'm not saying she'd lie. I'm just saying maybe she's confused. Look, it was a very traumatizing event. And she did have an argument with Ethan earlier in the evening, and it's easy to see how she could confuse the two events.
Forensics identified Ethan's skin under Christina's fingernails.
Yeah, well, that only proves that she scratched him. Now, he told me when he went to pick her up to take her to the hospital, she was frightened, and she lashed out.
You know what? He's good at, telling stories. He's a con man. What do you expect?
He's telling the truth, Sonny. No, he didn't do this. You need to find out who really did, and I'll help you. I will help you find a guy.
I know who did it! I believe my daughter.
Well, Well, she's
With all
wrong.
due respect, hey, listen. All due respect, Luke, justice is justice.
I understand. I understand that you feel the need to do something, and I know that sometimes any action feels better than doing nothing, but not when an innocent man could get hurt.
An innocent man won't be hurt.
I'm warning you, Sonny. Ethan didn't do this. He's innocent. Don't you touch my son.
It was a pretty big adjustment finding out that you were my brother. I mean, you're a great guy, you're fun, we get along surprisingly well considering, but the truth is we don't know each other. I don't know how you were raised. I don't know what kind of trouble you got into. So when Christina says that you beat her up and you say you didn't, I don't know who to believe.
Okay, but there's more to this than just not knowing my background. You're assuming the worst of me because of something Luke did.
Maybe.
I can't think of anything that Luke would do that wouldn't shock me. He's always been pretty straight up about his shortcomings.
Not all of it.
All right, look, either we're family or you can get the hell out. But don't keep saying I'm your brother and then not tell me what this big damn secret is.
Our dad raped my mom.
There's gotta be more to it.
It was a long time ago. He was actually your age. And she was with another guy. She was married to someone named Scott Baldwin. And she worked for a club that Dad owned. And he was madly in love with her, but she stayed faithful to Scott. So one day he got drunk and he lost control and he forced himself on her. He raped the woman that he claimed to love.
I didn't know.
Dad says that he knew that you were his son because you two were so much alike, which is why I can believe that you went after Christina.